This NFL Week 14 recap and Monday Night Football props edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
This is Jerry Glanville, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, brother.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration. Over.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man. San Diego Superchargers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stuck in the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Whoa, hell of a Sunday, Sean.
Oh my gosh.
Hell of a Sunday.
Cash register is going to be broken.
Just keep hitting it. It's like the Albertsons I go to that doesn't have the self checkout. That register is just banging.
Just keep banging on it. So, yeah, Kramer, you hit your 2 touchdown. Blake Corum. CJ hit the ladder on Blake Corum that we talked about both on the VSiN show, the pregame show, your tail of the tape hit, which was a 25-1 parlay. Nice work on that. I hit the Saints money line. I went 2-1 on my round robin, which was still a nice, very nice cash. And yeah, I feel like between all this, and hopefully people turn into the pregame show, because I feel like even the listeners that we brought on,
Gesicki anytime.
We also talked about defensive special teams touchdown for the Broncos on the pregame show that came in. It was just a print fest. So hopefully you guys also had a very good Sunday, fired up, talking recapping the great Sunday, talking Monday Night Football props. I will be at that game. If you're going to the game, shoot me a DM at Sean T Green. Go Birds. And yeah, if you're a Chargers fan, don't want to hear from you. I'm kidding. I know the only Chargers fan going to the game, Decker, might be hanging out with him. So, and yeah, a lot to get to. Not only the winning bets. Hey, if you're listening, watching live, hit us up on Discord if you want to call in. Maybe you didn't have a great week. Maybe someone burned you. Maybe you want to put someone in the locker. Always fun to hear that. Or again, always enjoy hearing some touting. So the line is open. I feel like the game of the night, game of the day. We got to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs going down against the Houston Texans.
Should we dim the lights?
20-10. Do we need to have the funeral, Ryan? Now they do have 4 games left, somewhat easy schedule, but I think they not only do they need to win out, they need a bunch of help to get it done. Texans defense showed up. I gave out Mahomes interception on the prop show. That was, I mean, he ended up throwing 3 of them.
Mahomes.
Nothing great from the Texans offense, but good enough to get it done. And we got an amazing sweat on the Apostrophe game. Fairbairn did get his 2 field goals there at the end, but it was a bit of a sweat. Kansas City, just sloppy play, really. That to me was the drops left and right, going for it maybe when you didn't need to. And Mahomes played a really bad game. His receivers didn't help him at all, but I thought this was a very poor game by the Chiefs. And the Chiefs defense, I mean, considering the Chiefs offense turned it over 3 times and didn't get it on 4th down, like to hold the Texans at 20 points. I kind of thought the Chiefs defense played pretty solid for the most part.
Yeah. Game starts out. They give up some early stuff. Typical Spags, figure it out, adjust, everything's working great. And then you decide to go for it on your own 25 or whatever yard line that was. And to me, that Andy Reid gets killed for a lot of like boneheaded thing. That was incredibly done. Your defense, they were going backwards every drive. What are you doing?
Yeah, you didn't need to press.
It's a tie game.
You didn't need to press it there. I get it. It's 4th and 1. You have Patrick Mahomes. You think you can convert anything? And again, if they catch that and keep going, I guess it's another story.
I don't think it's a coincidence that Kelsey's put out that ridiculously stupid George. You're having George Clooney on the podcast. Like you've gone to a new heights.
Planning a wedding.
I mean,
a lot of distractions.
You expect me to believe that you've never argued with Taylor Swift?
lot of distractions floating around in Kansas City, and it showed. Like there's just a lack of focus right now for this Kansas City Chiefs team. And on the other side, Texans defense plays outstanding, and their offense is good enough to keep them in these games. And I mean, the AFC is wide open. I would not be shocked, assuming they get in, and they have a pretty good chance to get in. The Texans could be one of those teams that make a run.
I don't think that. I wouldn't say their defense was outstanding going against an offensive line that was basically without 4 out of 5. I actually
they set a franchise record for fewest points allowed to Patrick Mahomes, so I think they deserve credit.
Sure, but I also want, like, at what point are we wondering, like, when does the Chiefs team have to do something on offense at some point this year for people to be like, oh yeah, it's the same offense?
Yeah.
It's just not the same offense. It started off looking like it was going to be fine, and then it just hasn't been fine. The offensive line's been a problem. It didn't seem like it was a huge deal, but then it was a huge deal. I thought the play calling, and the biggest thing is
no tonsils were tickled, Ryan.
No,
but like that Kareem Hunt play they called, that was a great play call. Kareem Hunt was wide open. Mahomes hit him right in the hands. Ball goes through his hands, hits him in the head. It just felt like a lack of focus.
And
really.
the announcers and just in the general conversation, like adjusting to the idea of the Chiefs not getting all the calls was also interesting. Like, yeah, that's new. Yeah, I don't know. Patrick Mahomes clearly also injured, or he would have done more running.
I thought he did a decent amount,
but it felt like he was still holding it back.
I don't know. I think he took some shots. I think he was trying to. I mean, he had 7 for 59. I think that's all you're going to get out of Mahomes running.
It seemed like there were plenty of there were times where he's jump passing in the pocket where I feel like a fully healthy Mahomes exits the pocket and is running.
You're sounding like Collinsworth making excuses for Mahomes here.
How is that an excuse?
No, you said he's not fully healthy.
It's not an excuse. I'm just why did he not run more? There were times where he stuck around in the pocket and that shit wasn't working.
Yeah. I thought he ran a decent amount. I mean, I think he tried to make some plays in the air and they were dropping him.
It's weird. I don't feel any better about the Texans other than it's a huge win. From a jockeying for playoff position standpoint.
I think anytime.
But what happened between like when the offense was like looking functional to the rest of the game for there's still bits that I worry about. The offense is going to let the Texans down.
Yeah, but I think I look at these other teams in the AFC and that defense again continues to be, I think, one of the better units come playoff time. And I think if this Texans team has to go into Buffalo, I don't think they're going to be scared. If they have to go up against New England, I think that's an interesting matchup for a young quarterback against that defense. I think this defense could travel. And they're going to be interesting in the playoffs, especially as a dog. So I liked what I saw of the Texans overall. Nice win for them in my mind. They get it done 20-10, win outright, covered the spread. I see cousin Mush is on the line. I know there was some. No one believed that he had Fairbairn over 1.5 field goals made at even money. He had to even text in the ticket to Ryan to prove to the chat. And yes, if you are on the apostrophe gang, it seems like you got to bet those early because they close -150. Again, there also is huge variance in what they list these kicking props. Cousin Mush, you're on the Sports Gambling Podcast. What's happening?
To all the haters,
yes,
never doubt when you can get better lines than the market and still have to have miracles happen.
Well, when he was lining up,
I mean, the fact that it took 2 of those like last minute drives.
Yeah, they needed 2 interceptions, and when they had that false start to push him out of field goal range, I thought that might have been their last chance to get that field goal. And even when Cousin Mush sent it in, I said, this will be a huge test for the apostrophe gang, for Fairbairn backers, because if Cousin Mush is publicly touting that he is on Fairbairn at a great price,
like 60 cents of CLV,
and it was an incredible sweat.
It's literally insane. Like I think I've texted you guys both this throughout the season. Like some of the prices that I get here on this sports book that I get to use in the lovely smallest state in the union. We got good food. We got terrible line makers. All I know is at 7:30 tonight. I bet more at plus 102
Really?
on Houston. I don't get it. I don't understand. But they also had up Fairbairn at minus 165. Why anybody? I don't understand. I'm not complaining. I just don't understand how whoever's in charge of this sports book could have a job. It's got to be a computer glitch. But the funny part is, I went and looked for tomorrow night's game, Sean.
Yeah.
There's only named field goal kickers.
I love this. I love that Cousin Mush is like your account's gonna get limited soon. They're gonna realize you're a super sharp.
I mean, I win 2 weeks in a row in the NFL, and I'm getting thrown off the island here.
Congrats, Cousin Mush.
Oh.
Nice cash. Never in doubt. Any other wins, losses? How'd you do?
I had a decent day. I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, I had Jacksonville money line that kind of saved my 1 o'clock slate. As I waited 9.5 hours for Judkins to not get in the friggin' end zone.
Man,
that was a 5 touchdown parlay. That Judkins was the last leg, and tripped up at the friggin' 2 yard line, and then the lovely Shador Sander. I don't understand why they just didn't hand the ball off 4 times to him when they got down there on that drive. But
crazy.
Yeah, decent day.
All right, that's all you can ask for. Appreciate you calling in, Cousin Mush.
All right, boys. See you next week.
Let it ride.
Let it ride. Yes, we got a bunch of callers, bunch of picks and plays. I see Olan. We'll save him for the Bears Packers analysis. I haven't heard from Dick Puncher lately. I would assume you'd want to call in and tout about his Packers winning. Japan, you are live on the Sports Gambling Podcast. How you doing, Japan?
Doing pretty good. Got my teeth punched in on the 1 o'clock slot. 1 o'clock slate. So you know what the fuck I did? I said, you know what? I'm gonna ride with motherfucking Dick Puncher. He couldn't call into the pregame show. Don't know why. He might have been scared of Olan. But I went ahead and I fucking pressed. And when I was watching that motherfucking game, that motherfucker, that zesty motherfucker,
Caleb,
he is pretty good. Like had me worried.
Yeah.
He had me so fucking worried that when it got down to the 2 minutes, I stopped watching the fucking game and I went ahead and just started finishing laundry. So when I finished laundry, I came back, I saw the score. I had minus 6.5. And then I told my daughter, I said, you know what? I'm a fucking cheesehead. Go Pack, go. Go Pack, go. Go Pack, go. So they saved my night. And then after that, I went down back to the casino. And then I placed another wager on the Lakers. And that saved my day.
There you go.
Back on
Showtime Lakers.
Let's fucking go. And it's dab time, guys.
Let's go.
It's smoking my weed.
And shout out to Kramer for hitting all of his shit, his Blake Corm.
Oh, yes.
I didn't cash on that, but I did tell my coworker to play that, and he did play that. So,
well, also tell him
to you, Kramer.
Now you're sharp
for cashing that shit.
Tell him to subscribe to the Sports Gambling Podcast. Appreciate it, Japan.
Let it ride.
Let it ride. Why don't we break that game down while we're talking about it? Green Bay Packers get the win and the cover 28-21. Carmen, we both thought the line was a hair too high, that it would be a close game and the Bears would hang around, and
they did. Certainly
was the case. Driving, and then Caleb sailed that pass on 4th down. He did have DJ Moore underneath. This was just a great game. It was a physical game, back and forth. Manungai was just slamming into people. Caleb Williams continues to make some like holy shit throws, but also some like misses some easy ones. Jordan Love, as much as
fucking floaters.
Yeah,
everything's a floater.
It's weird. Even when he doesn't have to throw off his back foot, he does. But it was super successful. 17-25, 234, 3 touchdowns and an interception for Jordan Love. Christian Watson had a massive game, 4 for 89.
That's been the difference for me.
Yeah, he's been big.
He looks, I mean, as long as the hamstring stays together, he looks fast, and his hands, he's made some pretty remarkable catches over the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the reordered playoff situation with now the Bears dropping all the way to the. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable that the NFC is noticeably better than the AFC, like in terms of top to maybe like not actually I'd say everywhere, top, middle, and bottom.
Yeah, no, it's the NFC is it seems like a noticeably stronger conference, especially when you look at teams in the AFC that are up at the top. Teams like the Patriots, who have played a pretty easy schedule, certainly a young quarterback. There's no pedigree right now up at the top. Maybe the Bills, but the Bills obviously have had some struggles so far this season, and certainly in the playoffs as well. Let's bring Olan on, Bears fan. I'm sure he has his thoughts about this game.
He's going to my prediction. He blames himself for being overconfident.
Olan, you're on the Sports Gambling Podcast. What are your takeaways on the Bears game?
It was a good fucking game, man.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
Like, honestly, if you think about it, we got dick stomped the first half. We go in the locker room. We make some adjustments. We come out, and if you look at the numbers, we owned them the second half.
I like
and
this.
It came down to the last play of the game, and everyone's like, "Oh, he should have thrown to DJ." But if you actually look at that play and break it down, DJ was not open until that ball left Caleb's hand.
Yeah.
The call to goal was fair. I mean, dude, like I said this morning, bro, we're on a fucking free roll right now. We were not supposed to be here, you know? And so it's all good. And then shout out to the motherfucking Beeson show because I cashed that Blake Corum 76 yards. I cashed Blake Corum 86 yards. I cashed Blake Corum 96 yards. I cashed him 106 yards. I cashed him 2 touchdowns. I cashed the Texans money line. I had $1,000 day.
Yeah. See, it takes if your team loses, but you win a ton of money, it does take the sting out of it a little bit.
Yes, but I mean, honestly, man, it was. I mean, again, we lost Kyler Gordon before the game, and like the Packers are a good fucking team. I mean, I hate them. They smell like moldy cheese. They apparently, have fans that like to touch other dudes' dicks, but they stonewalled us that first half. We changed up the game plan. We came out in the second half and turned it into a fucking game. Where in the years past, we're down 21-7 or 14-7, whatever we're going to have. We're going to just roll over and die, and we didn't fucking do that.
Which, in addition to the Packers winning and breaking Olan's heart, probably making Dick Puncher happy, it also was the winning selection in our survivor pool over on Splash Sports.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It ended this week 4 out on the Bucks and 1.
Wow. Yeah, I know Circus Survivor is crazy too. It's down to like a dozen people or something.
I think it's under. I think it's 8 actually.
Really crazy.
8 or 10 maybe. Yeah, wild.
Yeah, we'll get to that game.
Bucks ruined one of my big teasers.
Oh yeah, Bucks crushed a lot of teasers. Thanks for calling in, Olan. Appreciate it.
No, it's all good. Let it ride, boys. Can't wait to watch the Eagles play the Chargers tomorrow night. Let's go, y'all.
Let's go. Go Birds. Joining us on the line while we're here, I'm sure a different point of view on this Bears-Packers matchup. Dick Puncher, congrats to your Packers. Nice win. Nice game. Huge win for the season, right? How you feeling? You got to be stoked.
Go, Pack, go.
Yeah.
Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm freaking talking about. That last drive that we had to get the lead, and then Nixon picking it off in the end zone. This is what I'm talking. Dude, Christian Watson today. I mean, this guy has become, like we had, going into the preseason show. We discussed how the Packers had a lot of good receivers, right? They didn't have like any, obviously we don't have like a Justin Jefferson or anything like that. But Christian Watson is starting to ascend here. Like he used to just be the fast, over the top guy. He has become a true like number one receiver from my perspective.
He looks very good. He looks like he's going to be a difficult guard for most defensive backs. And he has speed. Like the speed that he came in the league with. There was some talk about all the hamstring injuries and what would that do to him. He looks all the way back. The hands weren't there before though. I don't remember him being a physical receiver. He seems like a much more physical receiver than I remember.
Yeah, no, he was like a role player in that specific, taking the top off role. And he has become a very much a full-fledged, whatever we need from him type of guy. And obviously it's great to see Reed coming back and just immediately getting used. They said LaFleur was saying earlier in the week, a lot of the playbook that they literally cut out when we didn't have Reed, after he got injured right at the beginning of the season. So having him back with Watson, obviously we're not at full power because we don't have Tucker Kraft, but things are looking up. Great job by the defense, especially at the beginning of the game. I mean, after Love threw the pick, to just immediately be like, no.
Yeah, no, great response by them. And Bo Melton popped his head up, getting with a 45-yard touchdown. Didn't see that coming. He was the guy who was a couple of years ago when they're on their run. I was playing a bunch of his 2 touchdowns, and he's a fun guy who can break some big plays. So, congrats to you, Dick Puncher. Nice hit there, obviously with your Green Bay Packers.
Thank you very much. And Olin, it was a good game. You guys had a respectable performance there, and look forward to the next meeting.
Yes, respectable trash talk.
Who wins the division? Dick Puncher. How you feeling about?
I mean, come on. Look at the in division record right now. You got the Packers at 4-0. You got the Lions have lost to us, and they lost a game to they lost both to us, and then they lost one to the Vikings somehow, and then. The Bears, look at their division record. It's in the garbage.
Yeah.
I think the combination of the tie and what seems to be a dominant tie-breaking position gives them the edge, but they still do have to go to Denver and play the Broncos. They still have to play the Ravens at home, which I don't know if that will be a difficult test or not, but I'm excited for
I honestly think if we don't it's not a foregone conclusion by any means that we win the division. If we don't, I honestly think it's the Lions, because I really think the Lions are still a legitimate team. And I think the Bears are not bad, but I do think the Lions are better than the Bears.
Yeah. Do the Bears make the playoffs?
Well, do the Lions make the playoffs?
I don't think so. I thought before this week, I thought when they became the 1 seed, I was saying, I don't think they make the playoffs. I really don't. Not because they're bad or anything. It's just their schedule. I mean, it's a real gauntlet. Playing us twice and Detroit, who mauled them. And like I said, I very much think the Lions are a legit team. And then they still have to play San Francisco.
Yeah, I think
they're competing with for the wild card seeds.
Yeah, when you look at it, it's like the Lions. You can see the wins stacking up there. You can see. I mean, you have the NFC West situation to go with now a sneaky NFC South situation, which could provide another team to compete. That would be very hilarious to go from 1 seed. As a Packers fan, I would imagine it would be very amusing to watch the Bears go from 1 seed to out of the playoffs,
missing the playoffs,
to pull a Colts.
I was projecting it when they became the 1 seed. I was projecting them to miss the playoffs.
They're pulling a Colts.
All right, Dick Puncher, thanks for calling in, man.
All right, have a good one, guys. Let it ride.
All right, let it ride. Kramer, we got more games to talk about. We got more games to recap. We got our Monday night props. Before we do, shout out to Kalshi. Kalshi, available in 50 states. Imagine trading the NFL, all different kinds of sports, and not only sports, kind of wild stuff, crypto, politics. You can trade anything over on Kalshi. And when you download the Kalshi app, again, available in all 50 states. It's, some places, some of the other stuff went away, certain states. So Kalshi available in all 50 states. New traders get $20 in their accounts when you use our promo code SGPN. Download the Kalshi app, start trading today. I even was firing on the Blake Corum TD. I was trading over on Kalshi. So whoever was on the opposite side of that Kalshi, the Corum stuff, RIP. And of course, download the Kalshi app and use the promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Shout out to Rhythm. The Rhythm's gonna bet you picks, props. They got it all. Download the Rhythm app. Of course, you can download it for free if you want the premium. 25% off when you use the promo code SGPN25. We're gonna be talking Monday night props here later on in the show. One of the props Rhythm likes, Jahan Dotson over 7.5 receiving yards. I am not disagreeing with that. That's a nice little fun play, fun sweat. If he catches a ball, he's going to get that 7.5 yards, and I think he gets it done. I agree with Rhythm, but again, you can build your own models, track your picks for a chance to win $1,000 in the Rhythm app. Download Rhythm today and use that promo code SGPN25. Okay, Kramer, we got more calls. We got more games. Let's go back to Thursday night. Not a ton to report. Lions smoked the Cowboys 44-30, get the win and the cover. Cowboys were feeling themselves, and I don't know if they're feeling themselves anymore.
Yeah, I don't really have a ton to add here. It seems we while watching the game, I brought up the idea that it's shocking we haven't gotten the George Pickens doesn't want to be on the team anymore game. And then he immediately proceeds to show us a couple glimpses of how maybe he doesn't want to go 110%. Then after the game points out to everyone that football is a team game. Sean, can you explain to me the idea of posting a black image with white text on Instagram? I don't understand it.
He was clapping back at Richard Sherman. He was calling him out.
I'm not a Richard Sherman guy. I generally find him to be annoying. Yeah. And one of those fake smart people because he went to Stanford. Respect. He went to Stanford. But I actually didn't have a problem with what he said here. I think the idea of saying that, hey man, if you want to be great, you can't ever be even close to that. And the deep ball, if you watch that replay of the deep ball from the all 22 angle, Sean, he just stopped.
Yeah.
It's nonsensical. So yeah, I mean, I guess a little bit predictable from the Lions and also a little bit predictable from the Cowboys. Cowboys make the playoffs, Sean.
No, yeah. I said that. I know some were saying Cowboys are going to go on a run. Eagles were going to implode and lose the division. I feel like I heard that sentiment being said here on this very podcast, and I disagreed with it.
I said it was possible.
Yeah,
plausible. I mean, the way the Eagles are playing, have the Eagles clinched?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's still possible.
Sure, anything's possible.
Well, not anything. Like some teams can't.
You're right. Giants making the playoffs impossible.
So that just pointing out it's possible.
Okay.
What if the Eagles win?
I like your Cowboys optimism.
If the Eagles win this week, do they clinch?
Their magic number is 3.
Oh,
so
wow. Okay.
Well, I mean, either a combination of 3 Eagles wins or 1 Eagles win, 2 Cowboys losses. So yeah, I'm still optimistic they're going to win the division.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see now that we've seen the first act of the George Pickens starts to melt down. What will act 2 look like?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they respond after that game. Minnesota Vikings dominate the Washington Commanders 31-0.
What the fuck?
Sharps were right.
I hate that they were right about this one.
Yeah, it was the idea of taking JJ McCarthy as a favorite was not appealing, but that was the right side. He didn't look horrible. This to me was just this Commanders team is really bad. Jaden Daniels re-aggravated his arm. Supposedly it's not horrible and that he plans on continuing to play. Zach Ertz blew out his ACL. RIP Zach Ertz. That is not good late in your career like that. We'll see what that could be a wrap for him. I hope not. He's a great tight end, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you, I don't know. I mean, this Commanders team is very, very bad. They will be a close your eye special. They've been a close your eye special a number of times, Ryan, and they have not come through next week. But on the other side, I've been quasi defending JJ McCarthy by just saying, "Hey guys, it's 5 games.
Yeah,
maybe don't completely." I agree. Nothing about it looked good. I picked the Commanders on the show. I'm not saying I was, but how much they wanted to bury the kid, I thought was a little premature. Again, highlighting the fact that he was injured and coming off an injury as a rookie. The expectations were insane, but yeah, nice game by JJ.
It was a solid game by JJ. I think it was a horrible. We thought that the Dan Quinn calling plays defensive piece was going to be a positive. They looked very lost on the defensive side of the ball, and on the offensive side of the ball, we kind of nailed the handicap on the Beeson show. Once we found out it was Jaden Daniels, just like we said on the Wednesday show, I'd rather have the points.
Yeah.
With Mariota, although he didn't look great either when he came in. But Jaden Daniels, now if I'm reevaluating my rankings of that draft class, like Jaden Daniels, I understand there's injury, but he is hanging because it's him and the Cliff Kingsbury offensive experience. How long has it been since we've seen that work? Like I was kind of impressed by their power running game last week. But other than that, it's like when's the last time we've seen it look good with Jaden Daniels? It hasn't really looked good this year at all.
Yeah, no, and we highlighted this. This team was old, banged up, kind of ran. Everything broke right for them last year. It was very obvious this was going to be a letdown year for Washington. So,
but specifically the stuff that Jaden Daniels was doing that made him look like I mean, we had the private conversation of like, whoa, this is troubling. He looks very good.
Yeah, I mean he
hasn't had a single moment like that this year.
Not this season, no. And yeah, the truth is probably somewhere in between. I think I would if we were doing a preseason show this right now. I think he's certainly going to have a better year, but it'll be interesting to see. Do they bring Cliff Kingsbury back? Does he move on? Who do they have around? It does seem like Brandon Ayuk's going to figure out a way to get to Washington. So
yeah, they're boys.
A lot to get to. Next up, we got the Miami Dolphins 34 against the New York Jets 10.
I hate myself twice. The first two games we're talking about, I hated being.
Yeah, I don't. The first one I felt dumb on being on the Commanders because it was a classic sharp play to stay away from. But the Jets, if Tyrod doesn't get knocked out,
you're saying that's a little different.
I think it's a little more competitive. But again, when we broke the game down, I go, can the Jets really win 2 games in a row?
No.
Tua finally won a game. I'm pretty sure the temperature was under 45 degrees. So glad that he wasted that. But right now
he owns the Jets, Sean. He owns the Jets. That's the bot. We just have to remind ourselves.
Yeah, we did miss that. But Tyrod is a dog. I still like it. And overall, I mean, Brady Cook came in. He looked bad. But Aaron Glenn at least like gets something out of this Jets team. He will be the coach next year. I don't know what they do, but the Dolphins 6-7. The Dolphins had the same record as the Chiefs, right?
It is wild how the Dolphins find a way to work their way into the back end of the In the Hunt graphic every year. Jets will be a close your eyes special next week, Sean.
Okay,
strap in.
Could be. We got
to have. Well, they are. Do you want to know the number?
Sure.
They're in Jacksonville. Do you want to guess?
I would say 7.5.
Between 11.5 and 12.5 right now.
It's a little high.
Well, they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm assuming you're right. In my 7.5 point guess was with Tyrod, but if he has a groin injury, Brady Cook on the road, my God, you got to make that.
Justin
like
Fields has to go back in. He has to accept the new Taysom Hill role and realize it's the old Justin Fields role.
Yeah,
and then bang, they're back.
Tennessee Titans get the win, 31-29. Very exciting back and forth game. The total was like what 34. Smashed it. Nice back and forth game, and. Yeah, good win by the Titans. They don't have many. This is like their first miraculous win, like they had against the Cardinals. I thought Shador played pretty well. He had a number of nice throws, 4 touchdowns. He did have some classic Shador running backward stuff. Threw up a ball he didn't need to throw up, but was using his legs. I thought the Browns offense played pretty well. Some classic special team stuff killed them as well. The Browns defense, I thought was kind of a disappointment, and some of the play calling, Stefanski getting really cute on the 2 point.
My God.
And Judkins, I don't know why they didn't. I don't know why
they didn't
Judkins
practice that play.
Yes,
because it just looked like what? Why did you call that play? I mean, I'll be a Shador hater.
Yeah,
I'd much rather him have the ball in his hands there than run some cute. Weird. What, you're gonna run a double? You're gonna run the Philly special without a quarterback on the field? Like what? I don't understand what's happening.
Shador 23 of 42, 364, 3 touchdowns and a pick, and he was the leading rusher. How do you not get Judkins going? I think the
Titans can stop the run well. That's why.
and the Browns being without some of their offensive linemen, I think hurt establishing the run. But now, Fannin had an awesome game too, 8 for 114.
And what I would say is that the people can point to the 351 to 108 team passing yards. They can point to the 6.4 yards per play compared to 4.6 for the Titans. But the story of this game is the 184 to 61 rushing yards that the Titans dominated. It allowed for some of the passing stuff to need to happen.
Yeah, that was. That was surprising that the Browns weren't able to stop the run. That was the biggest surprise.
And so that kind of informs why Cam Ward wasn't forced to throw the ball much, although that offense never really looked super in sync. It was like a couple drives where they either got set up well or advantageous. And then, on the other side, you saw the reason why Shador is in the NFL and the reason why Shador was a 5th round pick all in the same game.
Yeah. Again, it's early on Shador.
Now, the Browns are 100% starting week 1 of 2026 with not Shador as their starting quarterback, right?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. I think that's 100% no. I think he's got a decent chance.
What's his? I think Deshaun Watson's ahead of him. Which is crazy.
I don't think so.
According to the reports, the owner likes Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I guess it's tough to handicap the owner and what
comes over, smokes cigars with him. He hasn't been playing football.
But I mean, I think if there's a lot of variables. Obviously, it depends on how Shador looks these next few games. I think at the very least he's going to have a decent chance to win the job in camp. I think it's going to be 100% of competition, and he seems to have the locker room, the connection with Fannin. If you're talking about him with young receivers, Judy, he got going. I mean, we've seen no bright spots from Deshaun Watson. You could make a case that Shador has looked better as a Browns quarterback than Deshaun Watson. That's not crazy to say.
They're certainly a more fun team to bet on or like buy a future on with having a low price with Shador versus a high price with Deshaun Watson.
I'm not touching Deshaun Watson.
Let's see if the other thing is that Tennessee's been awful, especially in the back end, and so. But I mean, Cam Ward going into Cleveland, getting the dub over Shador.
Sure, but Cam Ward, Shador obviously played better than Cam Ward.
Obviously,
100%. Yeah.
I thought Cam Ward made some nice throws and they won the game.
Sure. But I mean, if you're just grading their performances, Shador played much better than Cam Ward.
Yeah. I think I was highlighting with the rushing comparison to the passing. I think he was forced to throw the ball more. So he had a lot more opportunities,
but I thought he looked better with his ball placement and a lot of the other stuff. Like he made some really nice throws.
He had the good throws and he had the really bad, you saw the whole experience from Shador in this game.
Yeah.
Minus the bad fumble. Like the running 20 yards backward fumble.
Yeah, he got in the end zone too. The anytime.
The rushing was good. That was the best part of what I saw. I thought he actually went forward in the pocket. That was if I was. I thought he had
I thought he had a couple real high level nice throws.
The one to Judy.
Yeah. That's a good ball.
Fannin made a couple insane catches for him.
Yeah. All right.
But I don't think he's going to be a starting quarterback. I don't think any team is going to go into next year with him as the starter by design.
The Browns?
Any team.
Well, what other team would he be on?
I don't know. Trade. I don't know. The Browns are.
No one's going to trade for.
Well, then he'll be the backup to Deshaun Watson next year.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
Deshaun Watson's making way more money. Of course,
I don't think Deshaun Watson's playing any more football.
Okay.
I mean, we'll see.
He's practicing.
Yeah, sure.
With the team.
Because he needs the paycheck. But come on, something's going to happen between now and the start of next season that he is not going to be on the field. Steelers get the win and the cover as they were 6-point dogs in Baltimore, 27-22. Entertaining game, back and forth. Tomlin as a dog, back on track here. And it just keeps coming back to me. Lamar does not look right. Steelers had some white knuckle moments here for the Steelers. But they got it done. It's never pretty with the Steelers.
No, Rodgers made some nice throws.
He did have and he was moving in the pocket better than I've seen him. He got the first touchdown, Ryan, which
100-1
annoying because if it was a primetime game, maybe we would have been playing him.
Still probably not, but it's fun to dream. I mean,
DK Metcalf had an awesome game, 7 for 148. I thought this was one of Rodgers' probably better games. Defense for the Steelers is still kind of hit and miss at times, but Lamar just doesn't. I don't know if it's injuries. He keeps missing practice. He seems lackadaisical. This Ravens team, this might be the beginning of the end of Harbaugh. I don't know. Like I think the fan base is kind of getting they just need a change. I don't even think Harbaugh's a bad coach. It kind of almost feels like the end of the Andy Reid era where. Now Andy Reid did bottom out as far as wins losses, but it feels like they might benefit from a new voice.
If they fire Harbaugh, that's number one on the wish list for the Giants.
Well, behind Marcus Freeman.
Well, no, that.
For the Giants,
he's not higher on my wish list.
Oh, okay.
But he definitely. What I reported this last week on the show. I said he would be in New York for some media stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, you can trade that over on Kalshi. Who will be the next Giants quarterback or head coach?
I saw some fake screen. I saw some photoshopped percentage shots were going out, but he is now What's crazy is where McCarthy's trading.
Yeah.
0.0%.
Well, Ryan, why don't you?
He's like buddies with Chris. Who knows? There's always a chance with these fucking nepo babies, the Maras.
Yes, Marcus Freeman, according to Kalshi, promo code SGPN. Marcus Freeman is the favorite. You can
What's the number?
You can trade on Mike McCarthy. $100 trade would return you $115, but if it's a sure thing,
oh yeah.
Oh, get over there. Fund your account, Ryan. Chris Shula is the only other option right now.
Really? Freeman's not up there.
No, Freeman is number one. His yes would be 100, would trade you 376. So he's obviously, it's 25% Marcus Freeman, 20% Mike McCarthy, 18% Chris Shula.
That's insane.
So
the McCarthy thing is insane. It's insane.
Well, let's get some nose on there, Ryan.
It's like this thing where you have to apply context to winning seasons. When your winning seasons every year are considered failures, that's not a positive to me.
Yeah.
When you only win one Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, that's a problem. Chris Shula he's getting very sexy to me.
Seattle Seahawks get the win in the cover, 37-9 in Atlanta, laying the 7.
So easy.
Sharps did love the Falcons. Yeah. The only thing that was, it was too easy. It was maybe the only thing that was scary about this game. JSN had a nice game. Propcast, Steffi, Kramer, all on the Kirk Cousins interception prop that came in pretty easily.
Falcons a close your eyes special next week.
You like that?
There's going to be some interesting
on Thursday night
specials
against the Bucks.
Yeah, I no major takeaways. Seattle still pretty good, and look out. I mean, look out for Seattle. There was still a couple moments just watching where you're like, I don't know, dude. I don't know about Darnold.
Yeah, Darnold has moments, and they still dominate these teams.
I mean,
it's not even close. It's not even close. And
maybe they're QB proof. He was 20 of 30, 249, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. But he has some moments where you're like, I don't know.
But what was the score at halftime?
Yeah, no, they
6-6.
Yeah.
And they
turned
came
out,
out,
you know what it was? That punt return for a touchdown really busted the game
Rashid
open.
Shaheed had the return.
Finally did something.
But still, you have a game where you're not playing your A game. You're no longer like in this, EPA God MVP conversation, and your team is dominating teams 37-9 on the road.
Yeah, no,
this team has to be taken seriously, right?
Certainly. But come playoff time, if they're favorites,
with everything you said about the Texans defense applies to this defense too.
Yeah, I'm just way more scared of.
Really, you're more scared of Sam Darnold and JSN in that offense versus CJ Stroud in the Texans offense.
So if we're talking playoff football,
yeah,
I would much rather have the Texans defense and CJ Stroud and the fact that they're in the AFC. Versus Sam Darnold, career playoff
both teams on the road.
Career playoff wins for Sam Darnold,
0.0.
Yeah. So as CJ Stroud, we've seen show up in playoff games before, show up on the road. So I would rather have, and you're getting a much better price too. But I mean, they're going to be a tough out at home. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna be fading Darnold in the playoffs.
Seahawks likely to be a favorite on the road in the playoffs, or at least there's a chance.
Maybe round 1. We'll see who they match up against.
Yeah, the Bucks or whoever. Panthers hosting the Seahawks.
That's gonna be a tough game.
Bryce Young catching 5.5.
Oh, it's gonna be more than that. It'll be like 8 points.
Oh no, in Carolina. Jesus.
Jacksonville Jaguars get the win and the cover. They were 2-point dogs. They dominate 36-19. We both locked them up. This was easy money. And RIP Danny Dimes blew out his Achilles. Unfortunately, it feels like it would have to be related to the fact that he was playing through a broken leg on his other leg and maybe put too much pressure on it.
100%.
I don't see how it could. I'm not a doctor, but I don't see how it couldn't be. And yeah, fading Daniel Jones with a broken leg. I sound like a broken record, but now, Ryan, we mentioned this even a couple weeks ago when we started seeing pumpkin Danny Dimes, the turnovers in Kansas City, even that Falcons game in Germany where he tried to give him the game. The win total is at 8.5. Now they're sitting here 8-5. Riley Leonard is the starting quarterback going forward unless they do something.
Let's read off the schedule. So let's see if they can get that half win. Because by the way, while you're doing that, Jags cashed the over 8.5.
Yes.
So
they're at Seattle this week where they're 12.5 point dogs.
Okay.
Then they have the 49ers at home. Ooh. Then they have the Jags at home. And they kind of actually do show up against the Jags at home. And then at Texans. Can Riley Leonard win any of those games? Anthony Richardson, we haven't heard any rumors of him even coming out. I saw everyone putting out screenshots of the Bengals releasing Joe Flacco. They're not getting rid of or the Bengals wouldn't get rid of Joe Flacco.
Why would they?
Yeah,
they're not like the like the Browns trying to.
Yeah, why would they potentially want to benefit someone in the AFC? And who knows if Joe Burrow misses a little bit of time, you need Joe Flacco. So
all right, so the timeline on Anthony Richardson. We all remember that there was the freak pregame accident week 9. Sean,
yeah,
where
fractured his orbital.
Yeah, so it turns out that it wasn't even a pregame warm up on the field. They were in the locker room still. Fractures his eye. And apparently he couldn't it messed with his vision. But all they're saying right now is he isn't medically cleared.
Yeah,
and that Steichen said something interesting. He said that you have to have full vision to play, which tells me
he had vision issues prior to this. Like he wore glasses. Remember, he was playing without glasses, and they put glasses on.
I get the sense that they weren't planning on playing him the rest of the year. That's why they had Daniel Jones on a broken leg, and Riley Leonard must not be very good.
Yeah, I mean he's like a 7th round rookie or whatever.
I am going to be very interested to hear the press conference this week. Now that we know Daniel Jones is out for the year, maybe his vision is getting a little bit better because. At least Anthony Richardson, you can fuck around and run the ball with Jonathan Taylor a bunch. And maybe
they're gonna have to bring in someone. They don't have another quarterback on the roster right now. It's just Riley Leonard.
I believe they have
someone on the practice squad probably.
Let me see.
But on the 53-man roster, it was just Riley Leonard.
Which, I mean, that's even crazy a little bit. You got a guy
played on a broken leg.
So I think Brett Rippon is on there.
Okay.
But to your point, I think they need to sign, they need to get a guy who can actually play like if Riley Leonard gets
Andrew
hurt,
Luck, people are calling for Andrew Luck.
He's out there taking snaps for Stanford.
No. New Orleans Saints get the win and the cover. Love this 8.5 point dogs plus 350 on the money line. Shout out to the Shuckleheads. Huge win for the Saints. 2 rushing touchdowns. And this was just a nice win. I nailed the handicap of this Bucs defense has serious issues. Tristan Wirfs being out, obviously the Saints D line had some good impact, and Baker's clearly not 100%. Our buddy, the receiver, of course, had a big drop.
Oh my God.
He has not looked, he looked so awesome in the first half of the season, kind of hitting the rookie wall, but along with the Bucs offense in general, guys were dropping the ball. Bucky Irvin re-aggravated his injury, some questionable 4th down decisions by Todd Bowles.
Godwin isn't he's not affecting they need Mike Evans back. That's the reality.
Well, and the fact that they were holding Mike Evans out, he can take care of the Saints.
Yeah. Well, that's the convenient story. It did seem like he maybe could have played this week.
Yeah, that's
there
what
was questions of if he was in shape, and so how the Bucs are sticklers for making sure you can run your laps. They never let that 400 pound guy even play.
No, they activated him against the Eagles,
but he didn't play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joining us on the line, Ian. Ian, you're a Saints fan, right? Am I wrong?
Oh, you're 100% right about that. I am a Saints fan, and I was wondering what that monsoon was at the game. Turns out it was just Notre Dame fans flying over the stadium,
crying their eyes
Those
out.
babies.
They were.
It was so funny to hear that this morning. Join a conference, bro.
Yeah.
Well, now they're gonna have something where if they're a top 12 team, they automatically make.
They've
the playoff.
already agreed to. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, join a conference, you little bitches, you private school pussies.
Ian, what do you make of your Saints getting the win? Tyler Shuck looked pretty solid. How are we feeling?
I was just about to say, man. I was about to come on. I haven't heard any of the Buccaneers fans, man. They've been real quiet on Instagram since today. Yeah, just kind of going back from the game. What I could take away from this game is that our rookies, they're playing a lot of football right now, and like a significant of good snaps. Like Jonas Sanker, the safety that we got in the third round. Devin Neal was out there. I think he had freaking 70 yards and a touchdown.
19 for 70, and he got in the end zone. Devon Vele, decent game, 3 for 40.
Everyone was clowning us for the 4th round pick, and I kind of was too.
Yeah.
I can't lie at first at some point. But now it kind of makes sense. And like someone was talking about like how the team is flipped on a dime where it's like, okay, we got a lot of young guys coming in. We give one more class to these guys, and Shuck is our guy. Watch out, Panthers, Falcons, and Bucks, because let me tell you, Shuck is coming. I mean, all right. When it comes to quarterbacks, we know, Kramer, you're kind of getting it with Dart right now. We love our guys. When they start to do good, especially rookies.
Yeah.
So let me tell you something. When I was watching Tyler Shuck today, some of the sacks he was getting out of, I said, that kind of looks like freaking Josh Allen, man.
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
I like it.
Like that one where he escaped Vita Faye. I was like, what is going on here? I jumped out of my couch. I go, okay, we got something here.
So let me ask you, you taking Jaden Daniels or Tyler Shuck right now?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, come on.
Not too crazy. Sorry,
let the guy enjoy his Tyler Shuck win. Why you putting him on the spot like
after
that?
today? I might take Tyler Shuck as a big fan of players from Louisville. Jaden Daniels, he doesn't have that big body. Tyler Shuck with that nice straight line speed.
He did a great job getting out, and they even had some nice design runs for him. Ian, as a Saints fan, who ends up winning the NFC South?
Panthers, 100%.
Really?
Whoa.
Next week, Panthers. I mean, here's my thing with the Bucks is like okay. I'm an honest Saints fan. This is not a good football team.
Yes.
Under any circumstance. The fact that you had Chris Godwin back, Bucky Irving back, you have Baker, who's relatively healthy from what I know. Defense, and you still can't even beat the Saints at home. That's a bad sign, man. This Panthers team, they're frisky, man. They're frisky. I can't lie. Eli 9, as they call them. We'll see. So I don't know. It just feels like the Buccaneers are kind of falling apart while the Panthers aren't exactly elevating, but they're keeping it to where I think they're going to keep getting a few more bullshit wins. I could see the Buccaneers. I mean, freaking losing 3 of their next 4. Seriously.
They play the Panthers twice. So it's going to be interesting those next couple of weeks there.
Yeah. And shout out to the Steelers and Ravens. We did in terms of betting. We'll get back to betting.
Yeah. What do you got?
All right. I won't bore you with the details, but this morning I woke up kind of late. I can't lie. This is why you always put your bets in early. Be a responsible gambler. But I wasn't. So I'm scrambling, and I'll relate. I'll credit this to. I own literally the whole entire Ravens team in fantasy, which wasn't a crazy good buy this year.
Yeah.
Zay Flowers, Lamar, and Derek. So I watch a lot of Ravens football. I knew exactly how this game was going down today in the Steelers game. So we hit a 170-1 parlay.
All right.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was a combination of Lamar interception, Keaton Mitchell, Pat Fryermuth, a lot of BS. But anyways, I threw a couple bucks on it. Ended up paying out $600. So big day.
Great day.
And Saints win and a win in gambling. I mean, come on.
What more can you ask for?
Congrats,
Ian. Appreciate you calling in, man.
Absolutely. Who dat? Fuck the Bucks, baby.
Who dat?
Let it ride.
Let it ride.
Yeah.
Who dat is a fun thing to say.
Shout out to the Saints. Just whatever you do, don't Google anything with the Saints and the Catholic Church. Don't do that.
Cover-ups.
Don't definitely do that.
Bills get the win 39-34. Do not get the cover. Thankfully, lock the Bengals up. And they were the third leg in my money line round robin. I hit on the Saints and the Jags, so it still paid out decent. But Bengals money line obviously would have been huge. Bengals offense was doing whatever they wanted up and down the field for the Bills. Bills couldn't slow them down. Bengals defense had enough moments, and then they were up 21-18. And the ball slips out of Joey Burrow's hands right to the defender, takes it to the house, pick 6. Okay, fine. They're only down 4. Joe Burrow's been going up and down the field all game. And then right after that, another interception. Now, thankfully, Saints did drive down and get the backdoor cover, but nice win for this Bills team. I mean, they were down 10 earlier in the game. They are a tough out at home. I still think this Bills defense is going to limit their ceiling in the playoff, but on the other side, this AFC is pretty wide open. So maybe they can get by with this defense. I feel like someone's going to catch him though in the playoffs.
Do you remember when Joe Burrow's hand size was a problem? Like they were a little on the small side.
Don't remember that. No.
During the draft process, there were 9-inch hands. They looked small in the cold weather there. Buffalo.
Well, it slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If it was Bryce Young that did the same thing, we would be having a good laugh about it. I couldn't believe it. As things were unfolding in real time, we both had a couple money line positions. And for a little while, even though the Bengals Bills always high variance, there's going to be some volatility. The idea that they were going to not only blow that game, but almost not cover, it seemed at that point foreign to me. They had been playing so well; they were moving the ball. If anything, it felt like Buffalo was the team kind of hanging on. Josh Allen was having to make ridiculous play after ridiculous play, and I mean, I that effectively we discussed this before the game, but the Bengals not eliminated by any stretch of the imagination, but it would have been helpful to win that game.
Yeah, and Jackson Hawes did get in the end zone. Felt like we talked about that in the pregame show.
What was it, like the 10-1?
Yeah,
is it? No, it couldn't.
No, it was probably like 5-1.
Yeah, that sounds.
But Kincaid did, unfortunately. So I was directionally correct in my Dawson Knox 2 touchdowns, who was the leading receiver there for the Bills. But yeah, I mean, Josh Allen back against the wall. He's just going to run.
So MVP, he's 14-1 right now. Thoughts on him crawling back into the situation? Stafford -160.
I don't.
Drake May +200. Jordan Love 10-1.
Yeah, I guess as far as
that 50-yard run in the snow.
If I was gonna hop in here, I guess Josh Allen, but
he plays Drake May. Here, the logic is they play each other head to head, so they have an opportunity not only to like pass him in the standings, but also aesthetically in a game you beat him.
Well, to your point, Ryan, if you like the Bills money line against the Pats coming up next week, why not maybe a little sprinkle with Drake May? The problem is on the other side, Stafford's going to be tough to box out. Like he's just getting such good numbers too.
What do you mean? He's dangerously close to not winning his own division, right? Like,
oh yeah, I mean, like counting stats numbers.
Oh no, I agree with that. But if Stafford ends up as a 5 seed, do you think they give him? You know what I mean? Like
no, it goes to the 1 or 2 seed. And to your point, they do play Seattle, so maybe this is the time to play Josh Allen.
That just feels like for a guy who just ran down the field 50 yards to take the lead against Joe Burrow.
And also too, Bills are 2 games back. If they beat the Pats here, I don't know. I guess I don't know the rest of the tiebreaker situations. Like what is the Bills' path to winning the AFC East? Obviously beating the Pats.
Well, the Pats also have a road game in Baltimore.
Okay.
And a road game in New York. And I understand it's the Jets, but the Patriots going to New York is always a weird spot. So I would imagine that so the Patriots still play 3 divisional games. So it would be, essentially how do you do in those divisional games if you end up with the same divisional record?
But if they beat, I guess to your point, maybe it depends on who their other loss comes from.
Yeah, the head-to-head will be tied. And then meanwhile, the Bills, they have a dangerous game in Cleveland next week, and they play the Eagles still. So that to me, like that is the path right there. Because if Buffalo does come out on top, they're going to have some nice signature wins down the stretch. Probably, you think another opportunity for some snow games. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I think we might have to investigate a paper ticket on that.
Speaking of investigation, the Broncos win 24-17. Do not get the cover.
Never in doubt.
As Pete Carroll kicks a field goal as time expires to lose 24-17. This is insane. I'm glad I did not bet this game because I would have been losing my mind if you didn't see it. I mean, they were up 24-10 with like 2 minutes.
They never had a chance to cover this game.
Raiders get the score. Let me see when the Raiders scored their touchdown, because even that touchdown to cut it to 24-17. So yeah, sorry, 2:17 left. They make it 24-14. Now somehow they get the ball back to the Broncos. Broncos go 3 and out. They kick it. They punt it to them. The Raiders are kind of driving. They have no timeouts. It's right around the 40-yard line. And the guy gets tackled in bounds. The clock is going to expire, but the Broncos guys like kind of holding them down a little bit. They call it. They call delay a game on the defense, so it stops the clock. It puts them just in field goal range, and then he kicks the field goal as time expires.
It impacted the total as well.
Yes. So if you had the Broncos and or the under, my God, that is a horrible, horrible beat.
One of the worst.
Yes.
It's almost. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you almost have to at least like look into the guy who threw the flag, because that's a ridiculous call. That's not a call you call all the time. The Giants got called for a similar thing a couple weeks back because the defender picked up it appeared to be a fumble. You know, maybe it obviously wasn't a fumble, but he picked it up. In a normal circumstance, you don't throw that flag.
Yeah,
but it was the end of the game and they threw that flag, and it was like, that's interesting. Certainly, maybe someone made a call on that one. What's Pete Carroll doing? I would love for a real a beat reporter to ask him. The clock's at 0. What are you doing?
Yeah,
you want to get a rep for your kicker?
I mean, you want to make it a 1-score game.
Yeah, and
then you recover the onside kick.
But the game's over.
Yeah, whatever you do doesn't impact the game.
It's
so
true.
Why not kick a field goal?
Yeah, I mean, but
right? That's the counter.
It's just funny. The team from Vegas.
I know.
Which also, by the way, guess which side the public needed?
Oh, I'm sure all the sharps are on the Raiders there.
I saw a friend of the program, Chris Andrews, say thank you to Pete Carroll. So
yeah, I'm sure all the locals. Well, yeah, I think there was probably a lot of Bronco money that got washed out on that. Rams 45-17. Not much to report here. Kramer hit the nice Blake Corum 2 touchdown, just a complete ass kicking.
Yeah, that was good for the Bitcoin balance.
Yes, old fashioned ass kicking.
And yeah, I mean, we briefly discussed it in the pleaser segment on VSiN. The as I mentioned earlier, the Rams were in the tail of the tape at laying 8. It just seemed like this game. And even when I was listening back to myself break down the Blake Corum thing, I mentioned last touchdown, because it's like this game could get out of hand.
Yeah.
And it seems like the Cardinals are just going to be a fun team to play touchdown bets in, because they let the other team's offense get out of hand, and their offense can do enough to where it feels frisky, where you don't want to take your foot off the gas too early.
Well, I mean, Michael Wilson, who he has a great connection with, 11 for 142, 2 touchdowns. Imagine if you took Michael Wilson 2 touchdowns, alt spread with the Rams. We got to look at some of these same game parlay opportunities, because this is like, I mean, they just play these crazy shootout games. Their defense is horrible, but their offense is great in garbage time. At least like stat padding.
Yeah, you got to play like alts.
Yeah,
on the opponent, and then play either like
Michael Wilson, McBride.
Yeah, and by the way, something that popped up this weekend. It sounds like Trey Benson not coming back. So
there you go.
You know, Cardinals are maybe falling off the cliff now.
Yes, I think the cliff is.
They've been eliminated.
All right, we're going to talk some Monday Night props before we do. We got another call here from our good buddy Dilly Daggers joining us on the Discord line. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord to get involved over there. Dilly, you're on the Sports Gambling Podcast. What's happening?
Hey, just making sure, did I miss the Ravens Steelers recap?
You did.
Oh,
Okay.
You got some thoughts? Toss them out there.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I mean, if you're the Ravens, what else do you want to do? I mean, Henry had 100 yards. Zay Flowers had 125. I mean, if you can't get the job done with that kind of production, I mean, from the run and pass game, I mean, seems like to me the season's kind of cooked, in my humble opinion.
Lamar's not the. I mean, there's something about his agility or his lateral quickness or something that's different.
Yeah,
and it's
the straight line speed seems there, but the side to side stuff, something that he's not elusive. But I don't know. To your point,
also
Dilly,
that touchdown overturn was bullshit.
Yeah, you're right. I would, if I was a Ravens backer, I would have been super pissed about that.
That's a touchdown. I don't understand.
He wasn't going to the ground.
If you're diving out on the sideline and you tap your two toes with no football move, it's a catch. But because he's running in the middle of the end zone, you need to move your body a little bit after your 2 feet go down.
Yeah.
That feels nonsensical.
Yeah, that shit's arbitrary. But I guess the Steelers are going to win the AFC North. Now, certainly there's a path for the Bengals to do it. There's a path for the Ravens to do it. But it seems like it's the Steelers to lose right now, which they certainly could.
Well, they still got some games to play, Sean. Let's settle down with that locking it up business. What do you think the odds are right now?
Right now, Steelers minus 125,
minus 160, Ravens plus 170, and the Bengals are 13-1.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Well, there is a chance.
All right, Dilly. Thanks for calling in, man.
I'm sorry. Before I get off here, I just had a question. So, just to clarify for me and some other people that may not know, what exactly is a close your eyes special?
Oh, this is great.
Great. Kramer.
Story
for
time.
new listeners.
Well, next week, there's a couple teams we'll be talking about it, but anyone that underperformed the spread by 21 points this week. So what's a good example? The Atlanta Falcons.
Commanders,
they underperformed the spread by 21 points or more. So next week, if they are dogs, which they are, Falcons are catching 5.5 on Thursday night against the Bucks. I hate a Thursday night close your eyes special. And the Commanders are catching, what do we say, 12.5, 11.5. They will both be close your eyes specials.
And are the Jets a close your eyes special? Is that what you?
The Jets are a close your eyes special as well.
Wow. All right.
So yeah, the Jets, and the Colts almost were. Man, this could have been a mess. The Jets, the Falcons, and no other teams, right?
Sounds right.
Yeah, Jets and Falcons.
There you go, Dilly. Appreciate you tuning in, man.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. Good night.
Let it ride. All right.
And Commanders. Sorry, Jets, Falcons, and Commanders.
Yes. What a. And again, they're gross. That's why you got to play them. Hey, shout out to Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. Great to get in on some great prices. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Great prices, great opportunities. They also are, you have opportunities to get in on the first touchdown, the props, a lot of ways to enjoy Novig. And if your state has it, download Novig and use that promo code SGPN, spend $5, get $50 when you use the promo code SGPN. Kramer, Eagles at the Chargers. What is your first prop for this game?
Oh, all right. Let's kind of a simple card for me. Only a couple real takes, but give me Omari and Hampton. I'm just gonna give you my first two props because they're both with Hampton. Over 43.5 rushing yards and anytime touchdown plus 170. Harbaugh has been speaking about Hampton much like he speaks about Herbert. I think
he's a mythical beast.
I think there's an expectation. The line is Vidal like 38.5, 35.5, and Hampton 43.5. Insinuating that it's going to be a little bit of a 50-50 split. I disagree with that. I think it's likely that we see Hampton get to a 12, something like that carry situation, which obviously 43.5 is ridiculous. And add in the fact that I think the most critical piece of the run defense, Jalen Carter, will not be out there. And so I think we could see the Eagles, specifically the Eagles run defense, have some moments where they let up longer runs. Thought about playing the longest rush as well, but 43.5 was so low. I'm playing the return of Amari and Hampton and the anytime touchdown plus 170. So over 43.5 rushing yards plus 170 for the anytime touchdown.
I would not be playing that. I would be playing Jalen Hurts over 1.5 passing touchdowns plus 154. They're dialing in the offense. This Chargers defense, I think, is not particularly good. Geno Smith had 2 passing touchdowns against them. They got lit up by the Jags offense on the road, and yeah, I think I wouldn't be so. I expect a very focused and good performance from Jalen Hurts come Monday night. So yeah, give me Jalen Hurts over 1.5 passing touchdowns, and you're getting it at a juicy plus 154. Against this Chargers team. So love Hurts to have a big game.
So you're not worried about the Eagles run defense without Carter?
No, I mean,
okay.
A little bit. Yeah. I mean, Jalen Carter's good. He wasn't 100%. I think that Bears game was an outlier. For the most part, the run defense has been very good. Jahad Campbell, I think, could be getting some more snaps, but Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond with that D line, I think is going to be fine. Honestly, the guy I am concerned about is like a Keenan Allen. I think could give the Eagles secondary a little trouble. I'm not particularly worried about the Chargers running game and a guy like Hampton in this spot. So
you want to give out your second one?
Second prop, Devonta Smith over 21.5 longest reception. We saw a similar situation, similar game script, similar situation. The Eagles had an embarrassing loss on Thursday against the Giants. Then they came back 10 days later on the road in a dome and really lit it up passing the football. I think we could see a very similar situation here. Eagles have a nice extended rest against the Chargers. And you look at Devonta Smith, 6-2 to the over 21.5 as his longest catch the last 8 games. Chargers, I think, will struggle to cover Devonta Smith. And in the 2 games he played in a dome so far this season, he had a 79-yard catch and a 41-yard catch. So Devonta Smith, I mean, you remember what he did in the national championship game? That guy is a tough cover in a dome where he thrives. So I think over 21.5 longest reception, Devonta Smith.
Well, I don't think the national championship game was being played in an open air stadium like so.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It's a covered stadium, but maybe that throws off all my handicapping.
You know, Colby's got the algorithm searching for dome. He's going to find this. I looked at Devonta Smith. He does seem like the most, and we'll stay tuned for the first touchdown segment. It does seem like the most likely top dog in the receiving game, but I'm sticking to the angle that I think there's going to be opportunity for Dallas Goedert against this defense. I think there's going to be opportunity. I think you could probably play him any way you wanted to. I'm not going to get cute. Play the longest reception or the catches. Give me the 31.5 receiving yards. Take the over. I think the volume will be there. I'll be curious to see how this game plays out because I do think there's a chance that the defense is going to be able to confuse elements of the passing game, and so I'll be curious to see how it works out, especially with no Lane Johnson. But yeah, Goddard 30 and Goddard. This number is extremely low because Goddard generally has been just getting like 2 catches for 25 yards, and so I think this is a breakout game. DGen play.
Let me give out my.
I'm just saying. I'm teasing the DGen play. We'll have some Goddard alts in there. So
okay, my third prop. Give me Justin Herbert to throw an interception. Last 10 games, he's thrown 10 interceptions. So a couple of those games he had 2, but 8 of his last 10 games he's thrown a pick. I would also like to play the fumble if you find a book offering that market. Do
you have a price in mind so people don't buy a bad fumble price?
What would you price it at, Ryan?
A fumbled loss or just a fumble? It's probably a fumbled loss.
Fumble loss. They usually don't just offer.
I don't know. I would imagine the fair number should be something like 10-1, but maybe you'll take a 6-1.
Oh yeah, I would say anything over 4 or 5-1 for fumble lost for Herbert is it's 100% a go for me.
Because of the hand or just
yes, he's wearing a cast. The The Chargers training footage was on a loop here, Ryan, sitting in the office watching the late games. And that is not a guy who's secure with the ball. As our buddy Decker just pointed out, he has not taken a snap under center. He goes, well, he has a plate in his hand. Decker said he's worried about that. So yeah, I think turnovers are incoming for the Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, let's put together a little underdog entry, Ryan.
Let's do it.
So I'm with you. I like the Dallas Goedert stuff. I mean, however you want to play it, I'm open to that.
I mean, yards feels like the simplest. I guess what's the catch is 3.5. I'd rather not play that. That seems a little steep.
I mean, I also like him to get in the end zone.
Yeah. All right. That's fine too.
Okay. Dallas Goedert higher rushing, receiving touchdown. And then just take the Hampton lower, right? Or Herbert INT. Do you like a Herbert?
What do you mean Hampton lower?
Oh well, that was what I would be playing. But do you like a Herbert INT?
You're strangely confident to not like without Carter out there. Yeah.
No. I mean, as someone who's pretty locked in on the team, that's not my biggest concern.
Okay, but like they're gonna be going against a team that is going to commit to it and have volume. That's all.
Sure.
The chance that there's some stuff that leaks out just seems likely. Yeah. So I mean,
you want to play a Herbert INT?
Let's see, so I see what you're doing here. You will refuse to play any sort of positive thing.
Yeah. Well, we can play our own. I'll go Dallas Goedert, higher rushing, receiving touchdown. Justin Herbert to throw an interception. $100 entry returns you $501 over on Underdog Fantasy. Promo code SGPN. Kramer, give out yours.
Oh, I'm gonna play the Hampton over.
Okay,
higher. Sorry,
higher.
So Dallas Goedert to get in the end zone and Hampton to go higher.
Yes,
42.5 is their projection here on Underdog.
Okay, Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. We cashed our Underdog entry from the picks episode. Hopefully you tuned in there. It was Daniel Jones lower passing yards again. He had a broken leg,
never in doubt.
And then JSN longest reception. I think it was like 27.5. It was pretty long. He had a 30-yard reception.
He did well.
For me, first touchdown. I only got 2.
Really?
Dallas Goedert 15-1, and then Eagles defensive special teams touchdown at 22-1. Kramer.
So you want the special teams?
I do. And if you want to play Britton Covey 80-1 first touchdown, that's fun. But
would he be the return man
for punts? Yeah.
The reason I asked is because I think let me double check it. Yeah, Eagles defense only. You can get a 45-1.
Yeah. Maybe that's the play, is to play that and then to play Covey. But then what if Shipley takes one to the house? I'll just play the
Shipley's 100-1. Big bang boom.
I don't know. There's probably a smarter way.
Bigsby in there too. 100-1. Big bang boom.
They have 2 kick returners. There's probably a smarter way to arbitrage it, but I'll take the DST at 22-1.
Goddard 15-1. Devonta Smith 12-1. Keenan out completely out on the Eagles running game for this game. Also, even though it should work, I have no doubt. I watched an interview with Saquon. He's talking about vibes. I don't like that at all. Keenan Allen 17-1. You make good points. Also likely to be on the lesser of their coverage guys. So Keenan Allen getting in the end zone makes a lot of sense. And then I'm playing some chalk with Hampton again. I think Hampton sees the volume. I think they get him back in the end zone. I think Harbaugh wants to get him back in the end zone because he thinks scoring touchdown helps with running back confidence. What are you doing for your DGen play?
Keeping it simple. Just Dallas Goedert, 2 touchdowns, 30-1. Let's go. Kramer, what are you doing?
I have the same thing with 50 yards and the Chargers winning by more than 6.5.
Okay. What does that price out to?
261-1.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
There you go. The leg that I think could trip you up there is Chargers winning.
Yeah.
Or winning by margin.
I'm not surprised that you feel that way.
Yeah. Hey, again, if you're going to the game, hit me up. I know a couple guys did in my DMs at Sean T Green. I'm in section 100, I think. So yeah, hit me up. Be floating around, say what's up to people. CJ's going to be there. Rosenberg's going to be there. So it's going to be a good time.
Nice.
Looking forward to it. Debating
what's
what jersey I'm going to wear.
Yeah. What's the last minute random bet you're going to put in?
I don't. I could be.
I assume when you're tailgating, like you'll overhear something about that sounds fun.
I could be doing some last minute trading on Kalshi, Ryan.
Yeah.
Promo code SGPN or Underdog as well. There's a lot of options over there. So yeah, I honestly don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know though. Stay tuned.
I'm predicting you're going to add a long shot first touchdown.
That sounds like something I would do.
I'm gonna when you post your card tomorrow, it's not going to be only 2.
Well, stay tuned because at Sean T. Green, there is some. I was.
That's
close,
my prediction.
I was close to firing Covey, Bigsby, but we'll see. Stay tuned. Definitely not
the return man trifecta.
Calcaterra. No, don't bother.
I ask Sean that every week. I go, "Is this the week that Calcaterra gets in the end zone?"
No. Ben Sumerin. No.
I don't even see. He's not even.
Eagles just usually end up going chalk first touchdown.
Kylan Granson. Which, by the way, we should alert.
I mean, they're gonna Granson. I would like better than Calcaterra. Calcaterra, everyone's killing them because his run blocking's so bad, and he's out there a bunch. So I think Calcaterra gets less snaps.
Tucker Fisk is out, so this could this be another Scott Matlock situation? Maybe that's the one you randomly throw in.
No,
even though it's a Charger.
I do like Bigsby, and as Macon Bacon's pointed out, he is due. I do like him as a guy.
100-1.
All right, add Tank Bigsby.
There you go.
Officially.
All right,
we're really bullied.
Now, will you get to 4 by the game time?
No. Well, maybe Britton Covey because he's an electric punt returner. Hey, appreciate everyone tuning in as always. Answering all your questions and comments over on Spotify while you're there. Toss us 5 stars. Again, our biggest year all time. Crazy growth year over year over on Spotify. You guys are awesome. And I know a lot of people enjoyed the, if you were in like the top %, you got sent a special Spotify rap video mention from us. So appreciate you guys. You guys are the real MVPs. And Kramer, we're going to be back tomorrow live early. So scheduling update 10:30 a.m. Pacific early. Breaking down the college football. We got FCS playoffs, Army Navy, couple bowl games. So, and reacting live to the college football playoffs. So I'm sure Colby has some strong takes.
You think so?
And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the Money Greenies, Ryan.
Hell of a day, Sean.
Kramer, let it ride.